Welcome back to Lenz Comic Corner, Classic Lesson Non-Classic. This is episode number 2756, Doubleshot 2650. Two trades featuring very sexy ladies. First up we have is Captain Marvel by Alyssa Wong, Volume 1, The Omen. Yes, first thing to know about this thing, aside from the new costume, no James Rhodes. He is not here. There is, now, in case you're curious though, at the end of the previous volume, were they still couple? Yes, but it was a mini-series. Here was the weird thing. There was a mini-series released between the previous one and this one called Dark Tempest. I'll probably review that soon, but I'm going to come on this one. This collects the first 5 issues of Captain Marvel Volume 12. And sadly, I saw that apparently issue 10 is the last one. I'm like, really, Marvel? Why is it any book Alyssa Wong is on, you have to act to look up to 10 issues? I mean, this is Captain Marvel. It's probably going to be the shortest run in the history of the title for Carol Danvers. 10 issues? Seriously? So, the new costume. I have no problem with it. And I love the fact also that the artist managed to, however, show some skin. By the way, the previous volume had her costume, well actually since 2012, it's been looking like this. This is the first update to this costume since Carol Danvers became Captain Marvel back in 2012. Yes, for 12 years she's been Captain Marvel now, and only now we finally changed her costume. Here's what basically her arms and sleeves. It's basically kind of like a European style jacket, then with the Captain Marvel logo. I would say the middle portion is probably the only thing remains. It looks like that the scarf that the previous outfit had, that was there also when she was Miss Marvel, it's kind of there, but not really. It's like to put a tassel on the jacket. And you're probably thinking though, is that drawn look like a guy or a woman? That is clearly a woman. But you gotta appreciate the artist, the fact that, now, I have heard a lot of people accuse big two companies nowadays, Marvel and DC, where the women are drawn like guys and the guys are drawn like women. At least Captain Marvel's are drawn like a woman. Yes. Aside from the fact we have Alyssa Wong on the writing here, we have John Beliza on the artwork with Ro Kamari on issue 3. The cover is Steven Segovia and Roman Fajaro Jr. Jr. So we start off with this weird thing coming out of the sky in Manhattan, and basically Captain Marvel commented, "Oh, excuse me, Cass, I always want to meet you. I like the new outfit, Q." And this is the first appearance of Omen, this mysterious bird creature. It's almost like this person's supposed to be Deathbird. It's like maybe Alyssa Wong wanted, but based on design, it's like she wanted this one to be Deathbird. But I'm guessing that because Deathbird is associated with the X-Men, despite the fact she made her debut in Carol Danvers' book back in the 70s, I guess someone at Marvel told Alyssa, nope, you can't use Deathbird, despite the fact you can tell by this look, this is supposed to be Deathbird, not this new character, Omen. And it's fighting her, and we introduce this brand new character, and she's got this, she's basically like a thief who wears his stickers on her face to hide face recognition. Of course, she breaks an apartment, and Rick and Marlowe, I think she broke into Carol Danvers' apartment, of course. Then we have Omen fighting Gen-Vill, which, that seems strange. And he's in this look. Despite the fact when he last appeared in the comic book, he actually had the 90s look. You know, where he's got the white skin, the white hair. Here is back to his look we had when he was with Thunderbolts. And he's got negabands again. You're like, what the heck? And he gets arm chopped off, and then he gets basically, like, supposedly killed, and then, like, can't breathe. And somehow, like, they're like, oh, you want to see these negabands? So to go to hell, like, ooh, need help. Yeah, and apparently Alyssa Wong is pulled something from Peter David with this. So She's being tossed around, and then for some reason, negabands are connected to her apartment, like, and she gets transported to the freaking negative zone. I'm like, wait a minute. This negative zone looks completely different. Did the artist not remember what the heck negative zone looks like? Because normally when it's seen as like an asteroids and like not much stuff, there's also emotional pain. Though that's what prior to this would look like. I think this is taken from the idea of Peter David's Captain Marvel book. It's like Alyssa Wong that's taking so many notes from that run. So yeah, we're fighting Omen, and by the way, we're gonna get some more surprises here. So Omen takes the dead Gen-Vill. It's like, we need to talk. Yeah, we do. And of course, they somehow communicate with each other. And I'm like, so Carol is basically kind of like what happened with Rick Jones and Gen-Vill. Rick Jones got negabands, and whenever he bops them together, he swaps places. Now, in the 70s, he did this with the original Captain Marvel. In the 2000s, he did this with Gen-Vill, Captain Marvel's son. And now we have this woman doing Carol. Why? I have no idea why. Yeah. Despite the fact Gen-Vill's supposed to be, he's basically alive. Revive this mysterious Omen. So it's like negative zone the way it's depicted here. It's kind of like New York City, but different. And there's one named Lenore, who's, I think, it's implied Alyssa Wong basically is outing Yuna as her name is Yuna. Basically, because she's the best friend her name. So, so Luna is a lesbian. Okay. Fine. And then the school is attacked by Gen-Vill. And of course they swap places, and Gen-Vill fights Carol Danvers. Yep. Oh, they're flying, and then they fly to the Sanctum Sanctorum, the home of Doctor Strange, and they bust through the freaking window. And by the way, not the first person to do that. I think the first person to know what it did was a Silver Surfer defend the gauntlet. And she breaks in and sees this, and like we see like this dragon creature who, like, wait a minute, what's with the white hair? Yeah, and then of course they run into Doctor Strange and Clea. I'm like, this is interesting. Yes, so. And of course, Carol's like, "Hi, Clea, Carol." Oh, Steven, you're here too. He was like, "It is my house." It's like Carol gets along great with Clea, but she doesn't like Stephen Strange. Well, he has that basic invitation. They fight the creatures off, and of course they chat for a while. And apparently Lenore is working with Omen. Like, apparently, like, Lenore is Omen, kind of. It's not shown here exactly what's going on here. And then, so apparently they show that the tape was like the black face recognition, because the camera thing about being a thief. And then they try to steal this cube, and they run into the black cat. I'm like, that's interesting. Yes, the black cat. Not the only surprise here. And then, of course, she gets beat up in the negative zone, where she meets up with frickin' Blastar. Now, I saw this look, and I'm like, wait a minute. Blastar, where the heck is your shirt? Yes. Yeah, he is that big. That actually is true. That's one thing ours does skip that part right, but what the heck is up with his shirt? Where's his shirt? Like, did the artist get permission to basically redesign Blastar after these look the same since the freaking 60s? Here it looks like freaking Lobo. Tell me it does not look like Lobo. Yes, the artist ripped off Lobo for this look for Blastar. You know, with the long hair and the shirtless thing. I mean, minus the jacket, it looks like freaking Lobo. And they fight for a while, and of course they of course there was this thing called the Undying, It's like, basically, it's like some ideas were supposed to be for Alyssa Wong Doctor Strange book. But Doctor Strange was by Jed McKay, so let's give this over to Carol Danvers. You know, the woman deals with sci-fi stuff, not magic. Yeah, she's dealt with some magic, but yeah, Carol, like, it's like, what the heck is Alyssa Wong doing with this? We have Gen-Vill fighting Doctor Strange, and then of course, like, what exactly the Avengers in my house? It's like, and of course they swap places, and of course they have dinner, and like it's part of the family. And it has a very interesting ending to this book, where Gen-Vill goes to see his brother Hulkling, where the last words are, "Hello, brother. Wait, no welcome from me?" And he thinks it's Carol coming. Nope, it's Gen-Vill, his dead brother. A guy who's been dead since like 2006. Yes. Despite the artistic hiccups, this book is actually really good. Get this book roughly a 9 out of 10. But sadly put, this book is not going to last much longer. It's about 5 more issues and it's done. Wouldn't be surprised we got no relaunch of this thing. Let's hope we're not waiting too long for the relaunch because Carol Danvers is a great character. Though, if somebody think, oh, what was the book axed with issue 10, which is come really soon, was it axed because of the failure of the Marvels? I highly doubt that had anything to do with it at all. No. As a matter of fact, the previous Captain Marvel book was actually released, I think, with the first Captain Marvel movie, but the book was actually really good. And man, I think some people were surprised it lasted as long as it did. So next up we have as another beautiful lady, we have Elvira meets Vincent Price. Yes, a very interesting pairing. Only 5 issues. It continued as Elvira and Horrorland reacted. That's the next run here for this one. So, written by David Avalon, art by Juan Samu. So, we have basically Elvira, I think, is talking to her agent about going through time travel. So I think it happened in the previous set of issues. I haven't reviewed it yet. So, all of me, Vincent Price. And of course, she's like in a dream, and her outfit gets sliced up. And then she meets Vincent Price. Yes. Oh yeah, and by the way, we even have like a poster for the House of Haunted. This is the original one. Not the one that was released in the 90s. This is the original one. Which, by the way, the original one had 1 death the whole movie. Unlike in the remake, it had like almost the entire freaking cast get killed off, except for like 2 people. And, you know, as I know that because I've seen House of Haunted. I own it. I own the original. I don't think I own the remake. So yeah, he comes here as a ghost because there's a reason why. Vincent Price has been dead since the 80s. Appears as a ghost and hangs out with basically like this guy Eden, which you look at this guy like, wait, did the artist basically have his face look similar to Donald Trump? Yes, I saw this. I'm like, I would not be surprised if they basically took Donald Trump's face and basically gave this guy. But yeah, and then of course I'd say this movie which is called Rise the Ram, which brings about a ram. Yeah, and the whole thing is like it's a great adventure between her and Vincent Price. It's excellent, and of course me with the movies are Claudia Antonelli, and apparently her name's Claudia Rogue, and of course being interviewed. Now I'm thinking like, wait a minute, Elvira is a movie host and she interviewed an actress. And I'm like, so an actress basically accepts a movie host in her home. Though at least it's a hot woman. Yeah. Yeah, and of course we have like go to Egypt. We have Vincent Price wearing an Egyptian outfit. I don't remember. I haven't seen a lot of Vincent Price movies, but I can tell I love the guy's laugh. Angry Video Gamer has basically his laugh on a soundtrack. In case you're curious, though, have I seen anything with Vincent Price aside from the House on Haunted Hill? Yes, I have. Batman 66. He played Egghead. The guy was famous for his egg puns. Yes, he loved his egg puns. Like, exactly. And the fact he always has special eggs in his diet. Eggs, 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 eggs. Even a Joel. Ooh, I love this egg. I want this egg. Even dated basically a noble when they get an egg and ride into town on a freaking donkey. Twice. Yeah, so he's made this weird thing. We have villain show up at the end of an episode. One's like one's like a flower criminal who drives in. Yeah, one's basically like Vincent Price riding on a freaking donkey while his girlfriend rides on a magnificent horse. Little mummy stuff here. And it's like, yeah, still a lot. This book is a lot of fun. I do recommend checking it out because this book is just so awesome. Yep. Book ends with her in... He's like, uh-oh, I know I'm this pale, but this is still black. Somebody said, I'm not home. Where am I? And what the heck went to that remote? Yes. Elvira fell through a portal at the end of this book and ended up in the world of the movie Psycho. That should be interesting. This book is awesome. I give this book a 10 out of 10. Yep, so yeah, that's a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit dislike. I'm just going to go ahead and watch the last episode, and then basically I'll probably call it night after that, okay? Thanks, for you. Bye.